It is midnight, and I'm here to talk to you about Lolita fashion on a budget. A lot of people think that they can't wear Lolita because they don't have a lot of dispensable income. And that is not true, okay? You can wear Lolita. You can. It's possible. You know why I know that? Because I am a teacher in America. And I have Lolita. So you can do it. I've been wearing Lolita since August of 2019, so it's been 2 years. That's crazy. So back when I was first looking into buying some Lolita, I was on Lace Market. I had some friends who wore Lolita, so I had already known about Lace Market. It seemed like the easiest thing to use at the time, and I was really pleasantly surprised by how easy the experience was. It was very similar to purchasing something off of eBay, and so I immediately felt like maybe I could do something in this fashion. Before I was interested in Lolita, like way back in the early 2000s, back when I was going to anime conventions and I was looking at Lolita, but I didn't think I could wear it. So I kind of had that in my head for a long time. Like, I couldn't wear Lolita because it was expensive. I'd only seen like brand dresses for like new prices, like on like their websites, or like the anime convention local to me used to have a boutique where a brand would go sell their items, and obviously the brand new with tag prices were so like expensive. And so that was my only exposure to that. I thought that was it. Like, that's all there was for me, and I did not have a future in the fashion. But fast forward to now, there are so many places to buy Lolita online, where you can get a good deal and you can get something legit. You can really build your wardrobe a lot easier now than you could before. And so Lolita fashion is actually a lot more accessible than it was before. And so I really wanted to do this video to show all the different ways that you can find Lolita for a decent price, and how you can participate in this fashion even if you don't have a lot to spend. It just requires a lot more patience, obviously, as with budgeting for anything does. A lot more so with Lolita, just because of how limited release everything tends to be and how hard it can be to find the pieces you want. And then it also just takes a lot of diligence to go looking on all the various types of markets out there to kind of find what you want. So with a little bit of those two things, you can totally have a Lolita wardrobe. So I'm going to talk a little bit about secondhand markets first, because I feel like most of them are pretty easy to use in my experience. I would say Lace Market is probably one of the most easiest ones to use, if not the easiest. It works super similar to eBay. You can search by brand, you can search by the type of piece you're looking for, so an OP or a JSK or hair accessories. You can go by all those different types of categories, and you can filter by price and things like that. One of the things I really like about Lace Market in particular is that there is a reference link option at the bottom of a listing. You have the option to include a reference link, and usually that's from Lolibrary, which is a big database for Lolita items, and you can find various information such as sizing and you know, what year it came out and what colorways it came in and all that good stuff. So you can include that in a Lace Market listing, and from there it's much easier for a buyer to sort of do their own research on what they're buying before they take the plunge. So I like that a lot. Another thing too on Lace Market is a lot of sellers offer payment plans. So if you see a dress or something else that you really like and it looks like it's out of your price range, don't be afraid to ask for a payment plan, because a lot of sellers are offering them. You can go into the terms of sale for that seller. Sometimes they'll even say in there that they do or do not accept payment plans. In my experience, it never hurts to ask. This dress I'm wearing right now is Angelic Pretty's Princess Cat. It's the first brand dress I ever got, and I got it on a payment plan from Lace Market. I paid 2 installments for a dress, and it was so easy. And I wouldn't have been able to get it if I had to pay for the whole thing outright. So some of the other really big secondhand markets are Wunderwelt and Closet Child. I have more experience with Wunderwelt than I do with Closet Child, but both of them are pretty simple to use. There is a process that you have to go through with both of those websites to create an account. If you're not sure how to use any of these platforms, there are a lot of tutorials out there. I'm not going to be going through the process of how to use all of these resources because there just are already so many tutorials for you out there, and I ain't got that kind of time. So I'm here to tell you what's good, and then y'all can figure it out. One resource I've really been using a lot lately is a shopping service called Buyee, like buy and then 2 E's. And it is a way that you can purchase items through marketplaces like Mercari, Yahoo Auctions, and Rakuten. All of which tend to have a lot of Lolita on sale. I think there's one other website, but I don't remember. But anyway, it's pretty straightforward to use. You can just make an account through Buyee. You can go through PayPal. The hardest part about using this particular resource is just finding what you want on these particular websites. So basically how it works is that you log in through Buyee, and then it's kind of the Buyee client is on top, and then the website like Yahoo Auctions or Mercari is at the bottom. And then you add items to your Buyee cart, and Buyee will buy those items for you and have them shipped to their warehouse, and they'll hold them for you for up to 30 days, and you can have them shipped to you through various shipping options. I find Buyee super easy to use. I tend to use it a lot. I tend to use it more than I should just because it's so easy to use. I tend to find some really good deals on Mercari, especially on things like blouses and socks and accessories. So I tend to go there a lot to find good deals on brand accessories. Typically the way I search for things is I will just search by brand. I'll just look up the Japanese spelling for a brand and just enter it in the search bar and search that way. Otherwise, you kind of just have to play it by ear, unfortunately, if you can't like speak or read Japanese. So that's probably the most difficult part with using Buyee for Mercari or Rakuten or Yahoo Auctions. Searching things is difficult unless you can actually speak Japanese, which I can't. If you're a Lolita on a budget, I think it is really important to look into indie brands. There are so many Lolita indie brands nowadays from all over the world making all kinds of cool stuff that can really beef up your wardrobe. I like to shop on indie brands, particularly for accessories and jewelry. I got this necklace in particular from Star-Crossed Lovelies, which is a really wonderful jewelry shop. As far as looking for these indie brands, Etsy can be a good resource, although searching the term Lolita on Etsy can be a little dicey. You may not get 100% actually Lolita items in your search, but you will also find some really good stuff, particularly accessories, but all sorts of things you can find on Etsy. If you want another resource for finding these indie brands, you can check out roseforêt.com, and we have our virtual marketplaces from our old events, and we have a list of vendors that we have worked with, and those are super talented indie brands from all kinds of places around the world, and they sell all types of different Lolita as well as other things in J fashion. So that is a great resource. I mean, supporting small businesses is always good. You can find really affordable things that were, you know, handmade and just some really talented stuff is going on in indie brands right now. Obviously, Bodyline and Taobao can both be really good resources for finding cheaper Lolita items. I get a lot of stuff from Bodyline. I mean, these wrist cuffs were from Bodyline. I get socks from Bodyline. They have pretty good blouses on Bodyline. They're not the most comfortable, but they're there. And they come in a lot of different colors and styles and sizes. Bodyline tends to have pretty decent amount of sizing, although the sizing is very inconsistent, so just check the measurements for that before you buy anything. But blouses can be a really good thing to get on Bodyline, as well as shoes. If you can manage to find shoes in your size, Bodyline has some really good shoes as well. I don't really use Taobao very much just because I am not very savvy with shopping services. But if you just search for Taobao shopping services, there are various companies that will help you buy through Taobao. It's just a matter of finding what you want, and they will help you buy those items. There are a lot of really talented brands on Taobao right now selling some really cute stuff. So if it looks like a lot of brand is kind of inaccessible for you right now, I really urge you to check out some Taobao. I'll go ahead and link in the description as well some Taobao brands that I like, as well as some other helpful links as to what I have been talking about in this whole video. So yeah, look in the description. I will have links for you guys for everything. I want to talk about a few things that I wish I had done differently when I started in Lolita. I wish I had known to kind of be more patient with Lolita and take things kind of slow when it came to building my wardrobe. I think I would have benefited from really thinking about what I wanted from my wardrobe as far as like colors and overall aesthetics, because I would just buy pieces that I thought were cute, and then I would realize that I didn't really have anything to wear them with, and the things I were buying were not going together. And that's really important for a budget Lolita, especially when you only have so many pieces to work with. It's really important that everything can work together and you can have more options. I really wish I had thought more about, you know, colors that I liked the best, that I want to keep in my wardrobe consistently. Every time I look at a piece, I think about how I can coordinate that piece at least once, if not 2 or 3 different possibilities for a cord with that piece, as opposed to when I first started out, I would just buy things because I thought they were cute. I also wish I'd done more research on the items I was buying, because occasionally I would end up buying things that didn't fit me because I didn't check the measurements, or I would buy things that ended up just not working for one reason or another because I just failed to see like a certain detail. So it's really important to do your research before you buy things. Definitely check your measurements for sure, because it's really heartbreaking getting something that you really like a dress, and then you try it on and you can't zip it up. It's very heartbreaking. I don't want you to go through that. So check your measurements before you buy stuff. I wish I had done that. I do it a lot more now. That basically does it for what I have to say about buying Lolita on a budget. Definitely the most helpful thing for me has been secondhand markets. I would definitely not be where I am right now if it weren't for the secondhand market. And I think it's really important anyway to buy Lolita secondhand, because sustainable fashion is cool. Another thing that has been super cool for me especially is seeing how many amazingly talented people there are in the community, and sort of using Lolita fashion as a way to support that community. I love that, and that's why I really enjoy buying from indie brands. I really enjoy supporting my local community and buying pieces through my comm. That's a thing you can do, is, you know, see if your community has any sort of swap meets going on anytime soon. You can always go ask if you're looking for a specific dress or anything like that. I know that this video wasn't exhaustive and I didn't talk about every single option out there, but I hope that my personal experience is helpful for any of you. I hope more of you are feeling inspired to maybe check out Lolita. I don't know. If you're thinking about it, just do it. Just try it. Just buy something. But make sure you get a good deal. That about does it for now. Thank you for watching. Make sure to check out Rosé Forêt on YouTube and on Twitch, and go ahead and check out our website as well. We've got an event coming up in September, and we've got videos and streams going on every week, so check us out. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.